What up, SNA Assassinators? It's Super Ninja Austin back here with another video. And this is the wrestling news on October 7th, 2024 for you all today. And we're going to be talking about what exactly going down in the wrestling world with the most wildest and intriguing wrestling news stories and rumors that you Assassinators need to know from the Wrestle Zone article. And we're going to start off with a very intriguing one, like with a with a with with a potential return from a current AEW manager, like which has been referenced this past Saturday on this on the latest edition of AEW Collision, and that man is in question is none other than Jake Roberts, and he comments on the potential the return on to programming, and also an update on his health. And yeah, and Jake Roberts is confident that he will be back on AEW television, like at some point soon, like in March. Like Roberts, Roberts 69 revealed like that he re-signed with AEW. However, he has rarely been utilized like on television, like in recent months. And speaking on casual conversations with the classic, Jake Roberts was asked whether he thought fans would see him back in AEW soon. and and he said, "Oh yeah, yeah." Like yeah. While he noted that he wasn't doing much like at the moment, like and the company had a loaded roster. Roberts was also asked to provide his update on his health. He noted that he was feeling pretty good, while with him explaining, I feel pretty good. Like I am having to occasionally go on oxygen. I'm 69 years old. Like, and if somebody would have told me like that I would love to. I would love to at 69. I'd have laughed at them because I've been pretty rough on myself and I really abuse my body, my soul, and my mind. But I've been sober now for 12 years. Now, nothing, no drugs, no alcohol, and just trying to enjoy life, and I'm doing it. But what are your thoughts on Jake Roberts' confirmation on his turn, also and also his latest health update, which him saying he's feeling pretty good. Hopefully he's doing better, and I hope that we do see him back on AEW television very soon because like recently Don Callis did was somewhat interested of the Murder Hawk monster and what's his name, Jake Roberts' client, which is what's his name, Lance Archer. So yeah, we're gonna be seeing might be seeing Jake Roberts could be making a return to AEW television very soon. If they if Don Callis does try to make an offer that Lance Archer cannot refuse, with with Jake Roberts try to come in and convince him otherwise. But we're just gonna have to wait and see. But we're gonna probably continue to see more teasers like in the upcoming days. Given that tomorrow's Title Tuesday for the Wednesday, I mean the Tuesday Night War with NXT, and also we still got Rampage. Even though unfortunately we won't be having AEW Collision due to AEW Wrestle Dreams he's going to be on, but for now, let me know down in the comment section right down below on what's your opinions on the matter. But let's move. But yeah, but yeah, let me. But yeah, let me know in the comment section right down below on what's your opinions on the latest updates on Jake Roberts, and do you think he'll make a return very soon? Maybe anytime after Wrestle Dreams, perhaps, or maybe even more longer than expected? Yeah, just leave your comments down below. But moving on, we got Davey Richards coming out for retirement, to set for uh, for a atomic for an atomic or an atomic legacy wrestling event. And we got some very fortunate news for Davey Richards in his wrestling career. Is now in the no longer in the retirement status. Well, I'm not sure how long that's gonna last, but it says he's coming out of retirement. Like Richards previously announced, that he was retiring from wrestling in March of 2023, amidst allegations of domestic violence, which he admittedly denied. At the time, his wrestling school team ambition cut ties with him, as did Prestige Wrestling. Richards was previously set to return the ring with FXE Wrestling Crush live event on February 18th, 2024, but the show was canceled. But Atomic Legacy Wrestling announced that Davey Richards would be coming out of retirement to compete at their November 30th event. Richards has competed all over the wrestling world. He had a successful run in Ring of Honor and TNA. Richards is a former Ring of Honor World Champion, and he held the TNA World Tag Team Champions 5 times. Has also won titles in the likes of NJPW, which stands for New Japan Pro Wrestling, of course, MOW, which stands for Major League Wrestling, and PWG, which stands for Pro Wrestling Guerrilla, and Wrestling Revolver, not to mention, among other companies. And what are your thoughts on Mr. Davey Richards making his in-ring return? And do you think that everybody in the wrestling world forgave him on his status of being a domestic aggressor, I guess you could say? But let me know about this in the comment section right down below. Yeah, but either way, I'm very happy that he is back. And he did not lose his career over to his over his what's that his personal life issues, I guess you could say. But let's move on to the next slide. We got Triple H gave Baron Corbin the best advice about being a girl dad. And we got some news. We got some news to talk about with the game and the chief content officer gave some advice that the chief content officer gave to one of WWE one of the WWE stars of being being a father of a being a father of your daughter, or whatever he's being, how it is to be a father of a girl. Yeah, a father of a girl. And Baron Corbin loves being a girl dad, or a girl dad, I should say. Yeah. But Triple H helped put things in better perspective. Being a parent definitely comes with its challenges, but it's also very rewarding. Baron Corbin is a father of 2 daughters. Corbin told WrestleZone managing editor Bill Pritchard that the best unexpected part of being a girl dad is everything. he knows it's a bit of a cop out answer, like, but he love everything like that comes with it, and he explains everything. I mean, like that's such a bad answer because I was a sports guy. I wanted boys. I was like, I need a boy. Like I gotta have a boy. And then I had girls. Now everything's like, do you want to try a third with a boy? I go no because I like having girls. Like I don't want nothing to do with a boy. Like my daughters are so sweet. Like they're both they're both hellraisers. Like to an extent. My 5 year old, like especially is a absolute menace. Like and how you can be so mad at what they are doing in one second, and then the next second they smile at you and give you a hug, and you are like, oh yeah, like you can destroy the furniture. That's fine. I love you. Like while joking, like and like that's the best part. It's that unconditional love. Baron Corbin also said Triple H gave him some great advice insight about being a girl dad. Like when he found out he was having a second daughter, like and Baron Corbin added, "It's so cheesy, but the girls just they love their dad." Triple H actually told me one time, like when I told him, I'm having another girl, and he's like, no, girls are the best. Like he's like, girls will always will always like come back home forever, their whole life. Like they are going to come back home, like where boys go off and start their own family, like and kind of do their own thing. And it's true because my wife still goes to her parents go to her parents' house once a week. Like for dinner we go over too. I think like that's a cool thing to look forward to as well. And what are your thoughts on to Baron Corbin? uh Well, yeah, right. Thought about Baron Corbin's revelation about Triple H's advice he gave him when he found out he was going to have a second girl, like, and him asking for some advice, given that Triple H is a father of three daughters, like, and he probably have plenty of experience, which he did get. He's like, girls are the best, and yeah, they will never leave you, or like leave your side, which I noticed that with some of the daughters in my family, like, but yeah, I'm saying like like in the distance, like because like when they're like when they hanging with their parents, like they never leave them alone. Like even if they out of move out of their parents' house, like they manage to come back and at least like yeah, like Baron Corbin said, every once a week or once a month, like they always have a little dinner with him, like if you know what I'm saying. But yeah, like but for him being trying to be a guy like a sports guy that's trying to have some boys to watch sports with, like like good old time, like which that's what I used to do with my dad, of course, like when we watch like football and wrestling and a couple other sports. But yeah, like I get where Baron Corbin's coming from, but yeah, but I guess it was a blessing in disguise of having girls because he loved having them around, and maybe that was the best advice Triple H has given him. They like Like they're great to have around and cherish every single moment with them. Like you never know when will be the next time you will do this. Like because you only could be a father with with two wonderful young daughters, like only once, like well in Baron Corbin's perspective, of course. But yeah, but let me know down in the comment section right down below, like in what and if y'all if, in case of y'all not parents yet, like just like yours truly, Super Ninja Austin, what kind of preferential gender child that you would want? Do you want a boy or a girl? And I'm not sure if I should ask this, but I'm saying if y'all are looking forward in y'all's future of having kids, like who would, what, like, well, who are you going to be hoping? What are you going to be hoping for the baby's gender to be revealed? Is it going to be a boy or a girl? But let's move on to the next slide. We got hoof. We got some hoof al Aribi, formerly known as Aaliyah, returns to the ring, wrestles first match since WWE release. And we got Roof Al Aribi, like formerly known as Aaliyah, like returned to the ring for the first time since September 2022. The former WWE star competed at the Destiny wrestling event on October 6th, and she won the Santino Cup Rumble. Like and Al Aribi like commented on her return, like in a post on Instagram by saying, "What a time to be alive!" Like WWE released WWE released Aaliyah in a wave of cuts on September 2023. She had not been on television in a haven't been on television in a year. Like prior to her release during her time like with the company, Aaliyah won the WWE Women's Tag Team Championships with Raquel Rodriguez. And what are your thoughts on to hoof al Aribi like now like or whatever you want to call her, or even what's her name, Aaliyah, like wrestling outside of WWE now, which is competing in this promotion that is called Destiny Wrestling, yeah, Destiny Wrestling, where she won the Santino Cup Rumble, and yeah, I want to give a big congratulations of winning that. And do you think that she's gonna make her return to WWE someday, or do you think her days in WWE is gonna be permanently over? Let me know down in the comment section right down below. But yeah, I'm but if she continues to keep getting these achievements, I wouldn't doubt that it could convince WWE to bring her back, and maybe she can even have a much more better run than she did before. Like, and maybe even win women's championship gold, whether if it's for the women's championship or the women's world championship, it will probably be likely that she will be thriving into that position. Like if she ever did came back to the company. But for now, it looks like she's enjoying herself, and she probably is happy that she's doing something and not sitting and catering, waiting for when it's time to get her opportunity to get some TV time. But let's move on to the next slide. We got some Eric Young news now as he reacts to Robert Downey Jr.'s return to the MCU as Doctor Doom. Like and yeah, and and Eric Young has mixed feelings about acting star Robert Downey Jr. playing Doctor Doom in a Marvel Cinematic Universe film. Like, like one of, if not the biggest announcement, like of the summer happened at San Diego Comic Con. when Robert Downey Jr. Officially returned uh, uh, to the MCU as Doctor Doom. The uh, the announcement was uh, prior prior polarizing. Like some immediately loved it, like while others wonder how it would all work since uh, Downey previously played Tony Stark, also known as Iron Man, on the film. And the current TNA star Eric Young recently sat down with WrestleZone's managing editor Bill Pritchard. Young is a self-proclaimed comic nerd, and he's also known to wear a Doctor Doom style mask, like in the ring. When asked about Downey's return, Young said, as a comic nerd, he doesn't feel like Downey should be both Iron Man and Doom. However, he knows it's the movie business, and Downey is one of his favorite actors, so he's interested in how they pull it off. And and he and he and he and excuse me, my bad. He stated he's incredible. It's cool for me because like I've been a comic guy. Like I have been like a diehard comic fan for 30 plus years, and I had thousands of and thousands of trades, and I've known this is an amazing with a medium for over 30 years. It is really cool to see the whole rest of the world being like, oh man, like comics are amazing, and the characters are amazing, and the stories are amazing. It is real life, like human emotion, put into these kind of wild, over the top, not realistic characters. And Robert Downey Jr. changed the game, changed his life for the better, and became one of the most recognizable people by playing Iron Man. Now he is Doctor Doom. I think the comic nerd in me is like, well, you can't be both. But I'm also a person that understands that they're trying to make money, and they want people to watch the movies. And putting Robert Downey Jr. as Doctor Doom is amazing. Young joked that he didn't get get a cease and desist for wearing the Doctor Doom mask yet, but like he's waiting on it since Doom is going through a resurgence in popularity. The mask was a gift from Robert Downey, yeah, Robert Downey, like Evans and Young loves how it looks like on TV, although it can present like some travel issues. And I've got a Casey Jones mask. Like I've worn different hockey masks, like because hockey's such a big part of my life. I've had a Gary Cheevers mask. Like I think like Doom was my favorite, but carrying it through the airport can be a bit of a little bit of adventure. It's metal, and they are always like, what is this? And they have to pull it in and look at it. Like it can be a wild ride, like at the airport sometimes. And Eric Young went on to say is yeah, Robert Downey Jr. is his favorite. I mean, of his favorite actor of all time. Like despite the res the reservations, like as a comic book fan, like with Young believe Marvel and Downey will fight it out. Like he added, me too. I guess they got the messed up timeline, like and all that stuff. Like they'll figure it out. Like they are smarter than me. Like in Robert Downey rules. Like he's one of my favorite actors of all time. Like he's been one of my favorite actors since he played Charlie Chaplin in the 1992 biographical movie Chaplin. Young is also happy because Downey's comeback story. Downey's comeback story is a heartwarming one. Like and and he continued to say, I don't know, it's just cool to see the resurgence, like, and it's a cool story to see, like he like was rock bottom, like, and then fixed himself, like fix his career, and it's really cool to see it's never too late, like, and second chances could be beautiful, and that's got nothing to do with this interview, but I think it's amazing. It's just a really cool thing to see, and I open to him, like being Dr. Doom. Not that he cares or they care, but I am open to it. And what are your thoughts on to Eric Young, like in this conversation with Doctor Doom, like in this with the guy that's playing the role as Doctor Doom on the new Marvel Universe movie, like being none other than the former Iron Man, Robert Downey Jr., of course, which he was formerly known as Tony Stark and Iron Man on that movie franchise on the Marvel Universe. But he's coming making a Marvel return, like him playing a totally different Marvel character, I guess you could say. And and did you knew he was a Robert Downey Jr. fan? Like ever since he played played in the Chaplin movie, played that role in the Chaplin. I meant to say like back over 30 years ago. And also, if there's anything else I need to say before I move on. Oh yeah, and for those assassinators that are watching this video, like, are you a Marvel fan? Like, and you're a fan of the comic book series, like, and if so, who's your favorite hero or favorite villain or favorite character onto the Marvel Cinematic Universe? Like, let me know down in the comment section right down below. Which I got a couple of favorite heroes on the Marvel Cinematic, like with the likes of Hulk, Spider Man, Black Panther, and even Iron Man himself, of course. Yeah, why not? He's the best superhero that you could ever watch or ever get to read or play as, like in video game perspectives, I guess you could say. But yeah, let me know down in the comment section right down below. And if you also are a comic book nerd, just like Eric Young, do you agree with him of saying like in your nerd side that Robert Downey Jr. playing Doctor Doom, like, it doesn't feel right, like given that he used to been Iron Man back a few years ago, like until they killed him off on Endgame, which I cannot believe that was 5 years ago. But yeah, let me know down in the comment section right down below. But yeah, that it's very interesting. Like they're having them to play a totally different superhero character, even though he used to been Iron Man like about yeah he's been like Iron Man like for the last decade, like for the last 10 years until like until Marvel just has realized that he played enough roles as Iron Man so far from the last since then, and maybe it's best to retire him as that superhero, which that's exactly what they did. But yeah, but since then, funny thing about that, like, and I'm also a fan of him, like, all thanks to him being as Iron Man as well. But yeah, that's the last time I saw him in recent movies, other than that Doctor Doolittle movie that came out a few years ago. But other than that, like, that's the last time I saw him, like, being on the latest movie. But yeah, again, I want to wish him the very best of luck into his wish the very best of luck in this adventure of being back being back, and I want to welcome him back, even though he's now Doctor Doom. But it looks like it's probably it's gonna be that bad. Like even if you're like a comic fan and a nerd like me and Eric Young, but yeah, I can see what exactly Eric's coming from. Like it doesn't feel it doesn't like have that same connection, but maybe you're looking at it a bit too soon, and maybe we should give it a try. But yeah, like and for those comic book fans out there, like are going to be watching the Doctor Doom movie when it becomes available, which I assume is going to be out in 2025. This is the first time I'm hearing that he is going to be playing the role. I did not know that, and I did not know he's making this very shocking return, but he is, and we're going to be seeing like what's his future, and do you think he's going to succeed playing this role? Playing role, like, but yeah, let me know in the comments. But you're probably gonna be seeing me talking about comics and anime and animation this coming spring and this coming late winter or early spring in 2025. But make sure to stay tuned until then. But let's move on. We got some main event Jey Uso news on a new Bloodline members, like potentially coming to WWE, like and Jey Uso teased that by pointing out that their family is very deep, especially when it comes to them when it comes to them being in the wrestling business. But anyways, Jey Uso says the bloodline will keep the family business rolling like throughout 2024. Tamatanga, Tangaloa, and even Jacob Fatu have joined the bloodline, like as the stable continues to evolve. Meanwhile, Jimmy Uso made his return at the Bloodline Premium Live event, and so as along with The Rock appeared like at the end of the show, like as well, like as the storyline continues, the fans are buzzing about more members like Zilla Fatu potentially joining the group in WWE. And while speaking to Muscle Man Malcolm, Jey Uso was asked to comment on the possibility, and he immediately replied, "I've never gonna say never, like especially in this business. Like our family's deep, Oos. Like the bloodlines, really deep. I'm talking about cousins. I'm talking about 10 to 15 years old, olds like that are ready right now, like we deep, like so eyes open, like man, like we always gonna keep this family business rolling for sure." And Paul Heyman also was on the bloodline as well, like with Jey Uso tease, like there's more to come, like with the bloodline, like likewise. But yeah, I want to ask you this question: like, do you are you convinced what Jey Uso is saying, and do you are you saying like, and he's Not yeah. Like, are you convinced that what Jey Uso is, or should I say, referring to, that we could see another member of the Bloodline could be signed with WWE? Which it looks like he teased it right here in this interview. Like, I mean, it could have been anything, but you never know. Like, because there's been some speculation, even though that we got shut down immediately about like they're not going to be making an appearance in WWE, like with Zilla Fatu making his way to the Titan Tower land, which I still think he is. Like, we're just gonna have to wait and see, but yeah, let me know down in the comment section right down below about this. But I I can see him making his debut. Maybe not this year, maybe next year in 2025, and exactly like the names such as Jacob Fatu, Tamatanga, and Tongaloa that got to use their names that they use outside of WWE. I think they're going to be doing the same with Jacob Fatu. And they're going to acknowledge that. I mean, not Jacob Fatu, Zilla Fatu. And they're going to acknowledge that Umaga is his father, or he's the son of the late Umaga. But also, there's rumors that are speculating that Hikuleo also signed with WWE, and he could be making his debut on NXT, which it could be as soon as tomorrow. Even though I did say that yesterday, I mean last week, not just last week. But at the same time, I'll say, I wouldn't doubt it would be on one of the two shows that they're hyping up for in Chicago and St. Louis, which it could be on here, and maybe they did the week prior. Maybe they had some consideration of doing it, but they had too many. They already their time but their car was already packed and full and loaded with matches and segments, which it wouldn't have been a right time to make his debut. But until tomorrow night, like if the speculations turn out to be true, that he's going to be working on NXT before he gets on the main roster, because it's been pointed out that they added him on on NXT's internal roster rather than being on the main roster. And when do you think he's actually gonna make his debut on the main roster? Like when he's ready? Let me know down. I think he's gonna make his NXT debut. Most importantly, I should be asking first before I start asking when he's gonna be making his main roster one. But yeah, either way, just give your opinions in the comments. And also, we got Paul Heyman on the Bloodline as well, from one former OG Bloodline member to another, giving out their opinions about the faction. And while speaking to Fanatics Fest in NYC a couple months ago, Paul Heyman recently said that there's a lot more that they can do with the story. He said, "I could not imagine someone coming in this era and saying, 'Yeah, I've seen enough of the bloodline, enough of them. That's all right. Roman, thanks a lot. See you later.' Like, some people tried to rail me over the coals last year, oh, Paul Heyman says they're only in the third inning, like with what a jerk off Paul Heyman is. Like, I got news for you. I don't need. I don't even think we're in the third inning yet. Like, and now, like that, you see the emergence of Solo and Jacob Fatu, like, and the Tongans, and the fact that they are a real threat, like the first time a real threat to Roman Reigns' dominance, to Roman Reigns sitting at the head of the table, to Roman Reigns being the top star, to Roman Reigns actually being the tribal chief. How many stories we can tell from the position that we are in now, while questioning. But But he added, I can't imagine like someone coming into power in the company and saying we've told the entire story of the bloodline. I see someone coming like into power and saying, "Oh my God, look what I get to play with now." And it says right here, WrestleZone will have coverage of Raw as it airs on October 7th, which I'm gonna be doing some coverage once it goes off the air though. And what are your takes on Paul Heyman? What are your thoughts on Paul Heyman's opinion on this about his opinions about the bloodline, with the new one being of a so much of a threat to Roman Reigns, and also that they're having passed the third inning, like with the fan, with some of the hating fans, like that is going to call out Paul Heyman for saying that 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 he claims that they are in the third inning, of course. But do you think they are finally now in the third inning, or they already passed it? Let me know down in the comment section right down below, Assassinators. And when do you think you're going to see the OTC's Wise Man making his on-screen WWE return? Well, let me know also about that in the comments as well, which I think it's only just a matter of time. We haven't seen him since July, was it? Or was it June? Like one of those months, like 2, 3 months ago. Like in like even though it only has been a few months, like I still like I've already missed him already being on TV, playing the role as the wise man of Roman Reigns, which something tells me that we could see him since Jimmy Uso came back. We could see him also come back, like if not this month, the opposite, more likely in November, onto the buildup of the Survivor Series War Games match between the original Bloodline versus the new Bloodline. But let's move on to the next slide. I'm gonna let you guys to decide what's the future of the OTC's Wise Man. But let's move on. We got some Raw to Netflix news. As Triple H went on to Monday Night Raw on the platform, and stated we are looking to paint a masterpiece like we've never done before, and it looks like it looks like we see the chief content officer trying to achieve a goal, like when it comes to for the wrestling promotion, like and try to break some records and did some things that they never done before, like and yeah, Triple H wants to paint a complete masterpiece on screen. WWE's move to Netflix earlier this year, like the WWE announced that Raw would be moving to Netflix in January 2025. The move was part of a $5 billion deal, like which will see the streaming giant become the home of WWE, both in the U.S. and in abroad. Triple H was asked at the Bad Blood post show press conference, like about the production changes in WWE after the move to Netflix. He explained that while the WWE produces all its own content, Netflix gives them incredible give them a pretty cool canvas to paint on, like, and that he's to paint a masterpiece with their product. He he explains, so here's the cool thing about what he do. It's slightly different from a lot of other sports. Like in other sports, someone like Netflix picks them up, like, and someone else like has to produce that content because the sports itself doesn't produce it. Like, but with us, like we are turn turnkey. Like we do everything like ourselves. Like we create the product, like, and then we deliver it. They turn on the signal and we send it out. That's one of the great things about WWE. Not everybody's in the position. I think Netflix gives us the incredible canvas like to paint on, like, and we're looking to paint a masterpiece like we're never done before, but it's still us doing it. It's going to be WWE in all its glory, like just with the volume turned up. like we we've never had an opportunity quite like this before. And now with Netflix, we can hit all of the US with Raw, but also reach 80% of the globe with SmackDown, NXT, and all the premium live events. Start January 6th. Starting in starting in January 6th, and it says right here, like, and he finished off by saying, "We were ready, strong in a lot of plays, but with Netflix, it's going to another level." And what are your thoughts on Triple H mean by saying this on this into the press conference? Again, do you think there's gonna be something different about Raw, like whether if it's gonna be in production or in graphic designs? Which I think that's where we're gonna be seeing it, like what we did with NXT and SmackDown. They did a really good job when they moved SmackDown back to USA, and then they moved NXT to the CW. We saw a whole lot of different changes, like with SmackDown having that pretty cool like blue and black kind of colors on the logo, while NXT got a pretty phenomenal silver platinum color like onto their symbol, like which it looked like a premium live event. It makes you feel like if you have some if it makes you feel like if you're watching a premium live event rather than being their weekly show, like with last week's episode being an exception. And I think they're going to continue that on this coming week's episode of NXT. Maybe it's going to be silver like that for at the moment, but at the same time, they're going to keep the NXT logo looking like that. Like along with the championship that looked like an octagon shape, like if they're like UFC championships, like even more of a. I mean, they kind of did like have a octagon shape, if not like a pentagon. Like I don't know, like but yeah, like it kind of did, but it's more of like an octagon, like, and it says NXT in small letters, like if it's a totally different promotion rather than being a WWE one. But but yeah, like I can see Monday Night Raw getting a new logo, which I'm not sure what it's gonna look like, but I can just see that happening, which everybody's speculating as well. But let me know down in the comments. But let's move on. We got some updates on AJ Styles' uh, injury, like after. I mean, during his match on October 10th, I mean October 4th. What am I even saying right now? But it says right here, a new report provides an update on AJ Styles' after he suffered a apparent injury on the October 4th episode of WWE SmackDown. Styles returned on Friday's show. He had been absent like from WWE programming since June. He faced Carmelo Hayes, and the match abruptly ended after Styles suffered an apparent ankle injury. WWE later announced that Styles suffered a midfoot ligament sprain, and he would be getting an MRI to determine the severity of the injury. Like in the daily update, Dave Meltzer of the the F4W online.com reported that AJ Styles' injury was legitimate and not storyline. Like, and Sean Ross Sapp of Fightful Select then reported that people in WB claim that the flip uh, where Styles sold the knee was to be a work, like the move where he landed on the knee was legitimate, Spartan wrote I mean Sap. I mean, what I'm talking about, Sap report or Sap wrote that 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 word initially initially was the Styles was injured, which you could see right here or for yourself with Sean Ross Sapp posting it on his X. But what are your thoughts onto this matter? Like what WrestleZone says, provides more information as it becomes available. But yeah, again, first of all, I'm getting kind of confused here. I heard from a previous report that this was a work, and they're just trying to find a way to have AJ Styles lose, but not taking a pinfall. Though they did it in this way, with Carmelo Hayes being too strong for him, all thanks to him, hitting him where his weak spot is, tripping him over right onto the hardest part of the ring apron. And this is where I was like, dang, yeah, the ring apron's really bad. But it seemed like what's his, according to Dave Meltzer, that I get it's a legitimate injury, but Sean Ross Sapp claims that it's all just work, and they're just doing just to write him off. And who do you think? Who you believe? Do you believe in Sean Ross Sapp or Dave Meltzer? But if it is legitimately injured, I want to wish him the very best of luck. But the thing is, from a fellow YouTuber, they pointed out that that the referee did not pull out the X sign, which that's a very it's kind of a secret sign that's saying that the wrestler is legitimately injured. And if he or she or whatever wrestler that gets injured, and they get pulled the X sign, that means they're going to be they're legitimately hurt and they're going to be out of action for a while. But what are your take is on this? Do you think AJ Styles was really hurt, or do you think he's he's gonna be okay, and he's just selling this just to get Carmelo Hayes over to get a shot at LA Knight's United States Championship? But let's move on to the next slide. We got Big E teasing involved there, and Netflix in the Netflix project, and says it's a whole meal and it might be multiple. Big looks set to be involved in an upcoming Netflix project, in the near future. The former WWE champion's wrestling career has been in the air since breaking his neck in March of 2022. While there is a chance he could wrestle again, the New Day member is branching out into all sorts of fields, as he does he decides uh, what uh, what next to do in life, and he has been given broadcasting opportunities with the WWE. Following that experience, Big E looks to have secured a deal with Netflix for the upcoming as yet unnamed projects. Big E recently co-hosted a Fanatics live signing via Up Up Down Down. The former WWE champion will be part of a show on Netflix, set to broadcast next year. He added that half of the show is already recorded with with other half like set to film very soon. Like and he and yeah, soon and he said like watch out for a little something that I might be involved with on Netflix. I can't really give more details. Like sometimes they just gave you a little crumb. Like this is a whole meal. Like it's a whole meal. Yeah, like and it might be multiple meals. So we got something cooking. Half of it like was already recorded about to record the other like half very soon in a couple of weeks, and I think top of next year. Look out for it. Like a lot of Netflix. Look out for it coming uh, for Force like to Netflix. And what are your thoughts onto this very wonderful news from the New Day member and current WWE star? Like and like what what exactly what kind of film do you think he's gonna be on? Like, do you think he's gonna be on a Netflix movie, or do you think he's gonna be on a Netflix series? Let me know down in the comment section right down below. Which either way, I want to wish him the very best of luck on it. And he did say it's halfway. It's been half. It's been what's that halfway? Was it recorded? Like which he got like the other half to do, but I wish him the very best of luck on it, no matter what it is. And who knows, maybe I'll give it a try. And maybe given that I'm gonna be probably doing Raw reviews like on their Netflix show, I'm probably gonna be giving it a try. Like if it does release on if it does release on no on 2025 anytime, whether if it's in the beginning, middle, or end. I will give this show or movie a try with hope that it is very good and it looks very interesting. But yeah, I'm gonna let you guys to let me know about this. Like if you're gonna be watching it, like whatever show or movie that Big E's gonna be on, it, or should I say series or movie, I should say. Like, yeah, just give me a comment drop down below. But we're gonna move on, and we got some crown jewel news now, as the poster has been released today on October 7th. Like with the crown jewel poster has been released, like and two major matches are being promoted. Like we WWE will turn to Saudi Arabia for WWE Crown Jewel on November 2nd at WWE after November 7th at WWE Bad Blood. Triple H unveiled the Crown Jewel Championships, like and noted that the inaugural champions would be crowned at Crown Jewel. He stated that in both the men's and women's division, like the WWE champions and the world champions, to crown the new champions, like of in Crown Jewel, like in a tweet like from Turkey, Alice, Alish, Alishik, Alishik, yeah, Turkey, Alishki, like like he shared the first poster like for WWE Crown Jewel. Like the poster promotes like two champion versus champion matches. Like as it shows like WWE champion Cody Rhodes will take on World Heavyweight Champion Gunther, while WWE Women's Champion Nia Jax will take on WWE Women's World Champion Liv Morgan. And you can see it right here from his post on X. which it will be confirmed. And it seemed like with this sport, with kind of this being a spoiler, we can expect that the Ring General will indeed retain his WWE World Heavyweight Championship tonight on Raw against Sami Zayn. I mean, you never know. It probably may not happen, but it's kind of like with this Turkey Aleski guy, kind of accidentally spoiling and advertising it before WWE can even confirm anything. Like we can expect it to be, but even if he didn't spoil this news, I think that we would already knew this. Like we would have known that Gunther will be facing Cody Rhodes while Liv Morgan will face Nia Jax, given that Nia and Liv Morgan successfully retained their women's championships this past Saturday at Bad Blood. And it seems like that we're going to be seeing the same with Gunther defending his World Heavyweight Championship. Anyway, Gunther is set to defend the WWE World Heavyweight Championship against Sami Zayn on the October 7th episode of Monday Night Raw. Like Jax and Liv Morgan both retained their women's titles at Bad Blood. Jax defended against Bayley while Morgan emerged victorious when she faced Rhea Ripley as Raquel Rodriguez attacked the challenger, giving her the DQ victory, but giving Liv Morgan the title retained victory. But do you think that Gunther's still going to be world champion and he's going to face Cody? That's going to be the next step of who's going to be the Crown Jewel champion, and who do you think is going to win that? Do you think it's going to be Cody Rhodes? Do you think he's going to be Gunther or even Sami Zayn on the men's side? And do you think Nia Jax is going to win the women's, or do you think Liv Morgan's going to win? Let me know down in the comment section right down below. That's a very tough choice on who's going to be winning. I'll say maybe Cody on the men's, and the women's maybe Nia Jax. Not just because they're both WWE champions, it's just that they look more dominant than their future opponents of the premium live event. They're going to be tough and dominant and unbeatable when it comes to championship matches. And do you think that this was probably do you think this was a complete error, for Turkey Aliski, posting this before WWE can even confirm anything? Given that Gunther still has to defend the World Heavyweight Championship tonight, but we're gonna move on to the next slide, which we got some news speaking to the challenger for the World Heavyweight Championship, and that is Sami Zayn. Admires Zayn that he admires Gunther, but vows to change his plans as world champion. Sami Zayn is very sure of himself as he gears up to face Gunther. The Canadian star said to face Gunther on Raw tonight, for the World Heavyweight Championship. Zayn was the man who ended Gunther's record-breaking reign as Intercontinental Champion earlier this year, and could be in for his first world title win if he could do so again tonight, 6 months later, of course. But anyways, Sami Zayn spoke in a WWE Bad Blood 2024 exclusive interview on YouTube, where he addressed his upcoming match with Gunther. He complimented the world heavyweight champions self belief, but reminded him of when Sami Zayn handed him a defeat at WrestleMania 40. He also vows to become world heavyweight champion before Gunther faces Cody Rhodes at Crown Jewel, for the Crown Jewel Championship. And this is what he had to say on the matter. Gunther, you and I have talked a lot of trash by now, right? Like, but I want you to know, I really do admire you. I admire you in so many ways. Your self belief is crazy. It's unmatched. Tonight, Triple H walks out there and talks about how Crown Jewel will see the WWE champion takes on the world heavyweight champion, and you don't even think twice. Like you just stroll out there like it's a foregone conclusion that this Monday you're going to retain your championship. Like you're going to beat me. Like, and you're going to take that championship to Saudi Arabia. And Sami Zayn went on to add like that he will become world heavyweight champion. That self in in by stating that self belief, it's incredible. And the thing is, I kind of don't know where it comes from, like because the last time, if I remember, like when you and I faced each other at WrestleMania, you were pretty sure of yourself. Then too, like you were so sure that you flew your father halfway across the world like to watch you win. But what happened, like changed of plans, like right, a change of plan, right? Like, and yet you still have this self-belief. It's amazing. But here's the thing, like the the time for trash talk is over. Like you have our match this Monday. It's done. Like Sami Zayn versus Gunther. Like part two happens again, but this time it's for the World Heavyweight Championship. Like, and Gunther, I'm changing your plans again because I will